something we will never know. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't really mad for another movie because, look, I'm gonna be honest, around the time when I was watching the sequels, like, I was enjoying them because that was around as much. I didn't really know as much about Star Wars at the time. But when I started getting into the story, and then I start seeing like why people really start like not liking the sequels, I had seen it like the Force. I'm gonna be honest, the Force Awakens wasn't bad to me. I actually like the Force Awakens. It was getting around the time where I just kept rewatching the prequels, and then once you really don't focus on the story too much and watch it like a regular movie, you could just, in my opinion, I could just look at it like, okay, this good. I could see where they tried at and try to give us like some scenes to at least get us involved. But then when you look back like at like the Clone Wars part and then like the trilogy movies, like the movies that started, then that's when you just get in the mood like, dang, if they would have made them as good
I
as.
recognized her character from the Clone Wars, to be honest, cause I did not know who she is before.
I mean, to be honest, that's the right way to start off with her character. If you start off with her from Rebels, then I feel sorry for you because that means you gotta go back to the Clone Wars and you gotta watch all them episodes to figure out why she there and how she end up in Rebels. So that's literally not a bad start, bro. You started off knowing her good. Cause then that's just like saying, imagine you start watching Rebels, and then you get to the episode where Ahsoka fighting Vader, and then you think of like, why the heck is they talking so much like they already know each other? But you don't watch Clone Wars, so now you just left that confused, just thinking like it's probably just like, yeah, you just go have a brain fart right there. Like, why the heck they talking so much like they know each other? But if you watch Clone Wars and then watch Rebels, then you go get like, oh, like you go get more into it.
The raging red is on a stylo screen.
And that's the thing, like,
I didn't know who she is, cause I used to watch only the no movies.
yeah, right. I don't blame you for that. I'm sure that's how mainly every Star Wars person go start off. Like, I couldn't imagine if a person do start off watching the Clone Wars. Like, I started off watching the movies too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I started off watching the movies. I learned the little movie story, and then once I kept rewatching the movies, getting the feeling for it, it was like, let me watch other stuff and see how deep this go. And then that's when I found out about the Clone Wars. And then that's when, like, to be honest, once you start watching the Clone Wars, like, once you watch the movies, and then you start watching the Clone Wars, that's really go get you into it for real. Like, you go figure out how interesting Star Wars really is. Because I'm gonna be honest, like, before I would start watching the movies about Star Wars or anything, I just used to like playing the game because I thought the game was raw. And then, like, the more I played the game, it was like, you know what, I'm bored. Let me try to watch the movies. And I already knew a little about the movies. I just wanted to it as much. But then it just be like I'm sure everybody get that feeling. Like you play a game so much that's related to a lot of stuff, and then you want to watch like the stories and movies about it.
You're on a way to power and glory.
play the game who make me to get know the movies.
Yeah, that's how I started off, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I started playing the game, and then once I started playing the game more, even with Battlefront 1, it just gets you that feeling. Well,
I'll
to
hail the
me,
Dark Lord of kill streaks.
it gave me that feeling just like I play the game a lot, might as well see how the movies is. Like, I'm sure that's just like a normal thing. I mean, not for everybody, but a high percentage of people go be like, if I'm playing a game related to a movie, if the game good, then let's see how good the movies and the shows is. How you started off getting into Star Wars, bro?
Star Wars is iconic movie, you gotta love it.
Yeah, it's known. It's not like I mean it's gonna be something you hear about. If you went to Disney, it's gonna be automatic that you hear about Star Wars. And it's not even on some just I don't even watch this stuff. You can't just live. You can't just that's like saying you watch a lot of Disney Plus shows and not go act like you don't hear about Star Wars.
Kylo
Like
Ren
it's
wins the
impossible.
match. Not an ugly lizard joke to be heard, as boss silences the competition.
And then on top of that, bro, it's like, hey, I got Disney Plus, so I'm gonna watch any show. So I'm gonna watch any show while I got it. Cause knowing when you get that's like saying knowing when you get an app and then you just want to watch stuff you already know about, it get boring around the time. So that's why I'm glad I didn't like. That's why I'm glad when I did get it, I just
They
didn't
boom make
keep.
a zone in Disney only for Star Wars.
Yeah, they really did make it separate.